Hey everyone, it's Dominator. So, I've read a number of comments saying that everyone has some struggles getting the expert time on this track. And so here I'm using the FXX K. Normally I use the Chiron. That is my preferred car, but because we need to do something with a car that most people have, we'll do it here. Now, I ran 3 races, and the outcome is generally the same at the start. And the idea here, which I didn't get to do on this particular video, but you see the car on the left and the car right in front, but there's a gap. And so right off the start, you kind of want to nudge over to the left and position yourself because of your acceleration to get into that gap. Because otherwise the Centenario in front of you is just going to slow you down, like you'll see here. Now, if we had passed the Centenario, then what you'll want to do is stay on the left side, because the Egoista that we see on the left side, second car from the left, will actually move to the right and open a hole for you, to which you can then drift around the bend through without being touched by any of the eyes. So the key for this particular track is to get ahead as quickly as possible. And if not, you're going to get stuck by the AI. They are going to bang you everywhere. They're going to throw you into the car and the bus that we're going to talk about a little bit ahead here. So around this corner, what we want to do is drift without the accelerator down. And then into orange nitro, let's pick up our speed. All right. Now, we're all going to be tempted to go for this blue bottle, and I strongly recommend against that. The reason is the AI are going to go for it. And so if any of them are behind you, any of them are beside you, any of them in front of you, they're all going to go for it, and you're going to get caught in the crossfire. So instead what you want to do is go to the right. And that way it will position you a lot better to go in between the car and the bus. Okay, which are right up here. Now, the alternative is, and what I do with my Chiron, is usually by this point I am a little bit ahead. So I'll take that blue bottle and I'll go on the sidewalk. And so I'll go between the rail and that car and then get back onto the road. But I'll use that blue nitro to get me into a blue nitro state so that I'm not losing too much speed on that sidewalk. Otherwise here, you need to be careful. This car obviously doesn't have the best handling, so you're going to want to be aware that the bus is coming and whether or not you're going to be able to either avoid it on the left. Be conscious though that you can go on the right to avoid the bus. That is just the key. You want to avoid the bus altogether, and you still have enough time, even if you're on the right, to bring it back to the left to go down. But you will have to obviously be careful, probably be drifting around that corner because the angle will be a little bit tight and you'll wind up leaving the track. Okay, but in this case, I am drifting from the right, moving away to get away from the bus, and then down we go. And from here, I think everyone pretty much gets it. You're going to be doing 360s through here. I would do a 360 there in normal instances, but I didn't this time. Up here, you want those nitro bottles, at least the yellow and a blue, so that you can get into shockwave. Now I went a little bit too early on it in this case, so you want shockwave through both of those barrel rolls. Now, on that, let's go back to when you're done the hill and you land it, you're going to want to be, again, drifting in air without the acceleration on, and that way you'll accumulate some nitro and you'll angle yourself a lot nicer when you do crash into the wall, or maybe not, to then just accelerate with nitro out of there with, say, orange nitro in particular, to get yourself back up to top speed. Okay, here, don't try and get all 3, you just need 2, because right up ahead here is a jump, which can get you as much nitro as possible. And so I did use shockwave, I accumulated it there. Now, again, with that last jump, you don't want to go high. If you're going high, 1, you're going to lose more time. 2, you're going to crash into the barricade and you're going to lose a lot more speed. Okay, so you want to go lower on it. So mid jump, and you know what? You could even go lower because there are 3 nitro bottles here that if you time correctly when you drift, then you will pick them all up and you will reclaim shockwave that you probably didn't get with a low barrel roll jump. Okay. Here, if you do crash into the wall, obviously you can use the shockwave once you accumulate it, because there you would have drifted without acceleration. I hit the wall and didn't wait long enough for my nitro to be in shockwave. Here, just use up your nitro as best you can. If you want to wait and use the shockwave, that's okay, but you don't want to wait too long, because the longer you wait for the barrel rolls to spin to accumulate your shockwave, the time is ticking. And you might end up making that slower than if you were to just use orange nitro to just go all the way. Remember that it will pick up once you start going down, so you're at the starting to go down over the arc. All right, so that's it, guys, for that. That's my tip. So in this case, I did a 110.638, so that's just under the 111. Obviously, there were a bunch of things there that could have definitely been improved on. I would have shaved a few more seconds off, no doubt. So those are some of the thoughts and things you need to watch out for. And hopefully that will help you to get the club reward time of 111. Good luck, racers, and we'll catch you next time.